And welcome back. This is the Paracord Weaver, and today we're going to talk about the Slatt's rescue weave using a belt buckle with our updated method to attaching the weave to the buckle so that it's transparent and it's really hard to tell where things start and where they stop. So let's go ahead and get started. I'm just going to do a short one and I'm going to do it in sections so you can see it. We have a really good video that I'll put in the description on how to actually do the weaving part of the knots once you get attached to the buckle. Our previous video on starting it is for a side release buckle, which is a little bit different, but you can use the same method for this belt buckle. So I wanted to do this so that we can see the updated one on an actual buckle. So what we're going to do is we're going to start with about 2 feet of cord out of our hank, and we're going to leave all of our cord connected. Okay, and what we're going to do is we're going to have our closed position to the left, and we're going to come up from here, and we're going to put 2 loops here and 2 loops over here, and we'll go ahead and do that. And we'll need plenty of cord here. And we'll go through, make sure we have our 4 loops here. And we'll come up on our 5th one, we'll come up and we'll go ahead and tie just a quick knot to hold it in place. Nothing real fancy. There we go. Okay. And what we're going to do is make sure our loops are big so that we have plenty of room to work. There we go. Okay, so it'll look like this. You can do this however you want. I just do it this way so that it's easiest for me. If you have another way to do it, that's good. So what we're going to do is do our basic slats weave now. We have our 4 loops, 2 on either side of our centerpiece there. And there we go. Okay. So this is our working end. The part that's attached to the hank is our working lead. Make sure these are big here. There we go. Okay. Sorry about that. So sometimes this can be a handful because there's a lot going on there. So we have 4 loops. We're going to take our working lead and we're going to create a loop. And we're going to run it through the center of all of those. And then we're going to tighten it up. And that's why we need to tie this piece off, is because we are going to be tightening these. Okay? So we're going to continue to take the slack out of these. And we'll just pull the slack out here. Okay. So what we're going to do is once we get to this place, we're going to begin to work our weave, our slats weave, and we're going to be pulling on the working lead that's attached to our hank. Okay? So what we do is we split our 2 loops. And we're going to twist it clockwise. And you see, we're not going to actually twist. We're just, because it starts like this, we're just going to take and twist it so it's open faced to the loop in front of it. Okay? And the same thing here. We're going to pull it up. And you'll see it's like that. And then we're just going to twist it like a quarter of a turn and then we'll do the next one. Okay, I have another video on how to do this weave. It's pretty good. It actually gives you a lot better description on how to do it. So what we're going to do is we're going to loop our working lead, and then we're going to push it through all those loops. Okay, and then we're going to pull the slack out. And remember that you have to twist the cord as you pull, because the slats twists the cord pretty good. And the more loops you have, the more twist you have. Okay. So again, that other video gives really good detail on actually how to create this knot. This video is to help you with doing the starting part of this. So I'm going to go ahead and fast forward through this and then get to the place where we're going to be. Okay, so I'll be right back. Okay, and welcome back. What we did was we added a few loops here, and then now we're going to show you how to finish this piece off. This piece here, we're going to show you how to finish it off so that it makes it nice and clean. So what we do is go ahead and pull the knot out. That's why we don't make it very tight. Okay, and what we're going to do is we're going to loop around this bar so that we're on the back side. Okay, and then what we're going to do is go ahead and pull the slack out of all these loops. Okay, and we can do that because we have a working end right here. Okay, so what it'll end up looking like is this. And then what we do is we go ahead and put a fid on the end, and the way you do that is you just cut an angle, take your heat, whichever method you like to do that, get your nylon hot. I like to shape it. That's just me. I have calluses on my fingers, so please be very careful. The nylon's very hot. And we just twist it on there, and we're good to go. Okay, so now what we do is we're going to take our working lead and run it up against the metal part of our center post right there, and we're going to run it all the way through. So we're going to go like this. There we go. We're going to run it through, and what that does is that allows us to tighten up these loops and come underneath, and we're on this side now. And then what we're going to do is make sure that you're on the back side. Okay, this is our front, this is the part that's visible, and then this is our back side. So make sure you're on the back side and come up one loop and then just follow the path through just like that. Okay, and go all the way through. And you'll see that it finishes off that really nice right there. So what we're going to do is something we don't normally do, but in this particular case, with this weave, what we do is we take and we pull this cord pretty tight. Okay, we're going to take all the slack out of that we can. All right, and then what we're going to do is we're going to take and we're going to cut this fairly close, just like that. Okay, so it looks like this. Then what we're going to do is we're going to heat that up. And we're going to put a little singe on it. Be careful not to get your other cord too hot. Okay, we're just going to put it on there, and we're just going to take and we're just going to touch it nice and easy so that it puts an edge. It puts an edge on that. And we're going to let it sit and cool for a second. Then what we're going to do is we're going to come from this side where it looped back through, and we're going to take and we're going to pull that cord back out. And all we're going to do is we're just going to push it down inside the belt. Okay? And we're just going to pull that ever so gently. So that now our belt looks like this. Okay, you can see that singe down in there, but it's hidden below that first row. Okay, it's very hard to see. And it won't pull out because we've put an edge on that, we've singed it and we put an edge on the cord so that to pull this out, it's very jagged. Okay, it's very hard to pull out. You could do it, but it's very tough. So now your belt looks like this. And it's very finished, and it looks very nice and clean, and there's no visible singe marks. Okay? I mean, you can see it if it's way down in there. Alright, well, this is the Paracord Weaver, and this is the updated attachment of the slats to a buckle, and this is actually to a belt buckle. You can use the same method on a side release buckle, and it'll turn out just the same. So this is the Paracord Weaver. We hope you enjoyed it, and we'll see you next time.